guys, welcome to today's MCAT question of the day. As always, we'll be working our way through one of the mini MCAT practice problems found at MCATselfprep.com, the home of the free MCAT prep course. I'm Andrew George, a 99th percentile MCAT tutor, and I'll be walking you through today's practice problem as if you're one of my private tutoring students. Be sure to hit pause and try this problem for yourself before watching my explanation. Many students get confused between antigens and antibodies. Antibodies are molecules originating from your immune system that recognize invaders. Specifically, they recognize certain parts of proteins. For instance, antibodies here are recognizing this yellow part of these proteins called antigens. So antibodies recognize antigens. A way you can remember this is by thinking that antibodies originate from your body. I want to quickly cover some of the basic differences between MHC Class I and MHC Class II, where MHC stands for Major Histocompatibility Complex. And these major histocompatibility complexes are used to present the antigen of an invader, and that tells the immune system that there is an invader here. Be careful. It's a warning system. And so major histocompatibility complexes are these little yellow t-shirt looking things. And what they do is they grab onto antigens, which would be right here, these little red things, and they're going to take them and present them on the cell surface. And this is super helpful to tell everyone else around, hey, check it out. This antigen is here. It's from a virus. Everyone get out of here. Or let's activate the immune system, or whatever the signal needs to be. It's a great way to tell the body that there's trouble going on, right? Now, what's the difference between MHC Class I and Class II? This is really, really hard to understand, and many textbooks overcomplicate it. I'm going to make it very simple for you. MHC Class I, this is the system used by almost every cell in your body. Basically what's going to happen is a bacteria or a virus is going to invade the cell, the regular old cell, everyday cell, and then it's going to get digested inside the cell by the proteasome, and then it's going to get presented on the cell surface, and it's going to say to the immune cells, destroy me. I am bad. On the other hand, MHC Class II are specialized cells that engulf invaders and then present them. We call these specialized antigen presenting cells. Okay? So what they're doing is they're engulfing this antigen, kind of digesting it up, and then presenting it to the surface. The way I remember the difference between these two MHC classes is that Class 1s are everyday citizens. They're Class 1. They're just the everyday guy, almost every cell in the body. Whereas MHC Class II, these guys are higher up citizens. These guys are high class. They're specialized cells. And some examples of these cells would be dendritic cells, macrophages, etc. Let's take a second look at the question stem. B cells have receptors presented on their membranes that recognize the proteins of invaders. We might think of these receptors as membrane-bound antigens? I don't think so. Antigens are what we're trying to recognize, right? What about B, membrane-bound antibodies? That sounds like a pretty good answer. Antibodies recognize antigens, so perhaps these are like antibodies that are stuck on the cell surface. Sounds pretty good to me, but let's check out C and D first. Membrane-bound MHC I. MHC complexes are used to grab onto antigens and present them at the surface. I don't think this would be used to recognize invaders. It's used to warn the rest of the immune system about the invaders. So either C or D is not correct as they deal with MHC complexes. And so, by process of elimination, it looks like B is the best answer here. If you enjoyed this MCAT question of the day, be sure to give it a like. And for more questions of the day, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and enroll in our free MCAT prep course found at MCATselfprep.com. And if you are really looking to maximize your MCAT score, feel free to visit my tutoring profile page and request a free 10-minute phone consultation. I'd love to chat with you about your situation and how you can maximize your MCAT score. I look forward to hearing from you soon. We'll see you next time.